Yeah, I mean, I think, it's not for lack of enthusiasm or lack of training or lack of guts or character. I mean, they've been training all week. I think the good thing about this week was that all 18 knew they had a chance to start. All 18 knew they had a chance to play. And I think it makes a difference in practice. And, it was 18 instead of 24 this week. Obviously, we're missing quite a few players. But the enthusiasm all week's it's almost like we didn't lose 5-0 in the last one. It's a new start, it's a new season. And we just talked about, the clean sheet was the number one priority coming into the game, which we got. I thought the back four was very good today. And, just trying to create chances, which we did. Vero started to attack a little bit more, get at players, draw players. Jess stayed on the shoulder, thought she did a good job getting in behind him. And the midfield was good tonight. Amber and Bexy was our captain for the night. She was captain's performance. And we talked about probably the two most important things of the week, clean sheet and, the marriage of Amber and Rebecca in the midfield. I thought those two controlled the game. They picked off a lot of balls, and they found Vero, they found Sinead, found Angie, found Mona. Mona did well when she came in too. So I think it was, it's 26 shots, and we've been over 20 for a lot of the season and not got a result. So it's nice to get 26 shots and get a result,
Can you talk a little bit about what you did defensively? Was that less about tactics and more about individual effort?
No, I don't think so. I think we spent good 3 days on the back line. We actually did an attack against defence. I sat behind them and just basically worked with them, just slid with them, ran with them, talked to them, got them to talk to each other, make sure they knew each other, and just to give them some confidence. I think sometimes when you've given 4 up and you've shipped 4 and 5 in the last 2 games, it's just a lack of confidence, So we just wanted to give them some confidence all week, and they worked hard together. And I think that's the number one. Obviously, Michelle's happy because she got a clean sheet, but I think those two are really happy that they did well together. And Jodie's not a easy person to mark. They were knocking a lot of long balls in. They were trying to feed us, but we told them at half time they're only going to beat you over the top. They're not going to beat you underneath. So don't get sucked underneath. Just let them ping those balls over the top. Just drop off. And I thought they did a really good job of it. And they were almost mistake free, to be honest with you, in the 90 minutes. So I thought they did well. Hoff gave us a bit of experience at right back. Obviously she's a technical player, which helps, and I think she did a pretty good job. And Steph's growing into a position. Obviously she's new and still think she got a little bit more to go, but I was happy with the back four tonight, and Michelle did a good job organising, made good decision making on what she was doing in terms of clearing the ball, keeping it, playing it. So the conditions weren't easy. The ball was slipping all over the place, but I thought they were pretty secure tonight.
You talked about confidence. What is a win like this coming off 9 goals in the last 2 games, no more goals scored? Trying to do for team morale?
Well, I think I can have a glass of milk tonight, the team morale, to be honest with you, Jamie, the team morale's been unbelievable, man, considering what we've been through the last couple of games. And I think, we talked about all week with the fans and stuff like that, and just give the fans something to cheer about, man. Even the other night at 5-0, just dying to get a goal so the fans could have something to cheer about on the way home and stuff. And I thought, one of the funniest things of the week for me is I was coming out the stadium on Thursday night, and a couple of the fans were walking around outside, and they said, "Don't worry, Paul, we've got your fine. We're going to pay your fine for you." And I thought that just about summed up what kind of fan base we've got, man. They're so supportive, and I think the players all week have been talking about them, and like we owe them something. And I think the work rate today showed it. In the locker room, there was a lot of spunk in the locker room before the game, not throwing chairs at each other, but getting each other going. And at half time, I felt there was a good feel in the locker room. There was just, there was the sense that we were just combative and that we were going to get it done. And we talked about Warriors and Wizards all week. That was our theme all week, and there was a lot of Warriors out there tonight. And I think we finally got the Wizard to do something wizardry, and she was, the last 20 minutes, half hour, she caused a lot of problems, and she got a goal, which was a great finish in the end. But some of those chances, on other days you're probably going to pay the price if you don't put them away. But hats off to the team. They were brilliant tonight.
You said last week that wasn't the Vero you know. You mentioned Wizard tonight.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah, that second half was what Vero is, I thought she was too passive even in the first half, she was passing a lot of balls, and we talked to her off time, and I think in women's soccer is one thing that if you're a standout and you can dribble, you got to dribble and take players on. Players don't like that when players come at you and they put you on the back foot. And I thought Vero did that second half, and she caused a lot of problems. And it's one thing to dribble, but there's other thing to run off the ball. Jess was pulling people away. When Hannah came in, she was pulling people away, so she was opening up a lot of slots and space for her. And obviously she's the one she hit the post with, and then the one she scored. But keep working on finishing and trying to wrap the game up maybe a little bit earlier. But we kept the fans on there. We kept them here. We kept them on the edge of the seats, and I thought it was pretty entertaining. Another ton of shots. But I think Vero's, she's going to settle in. She's going to take a little bit of time. I think Steph's young too. I don't think people realise that one thing is being 20 and playing for your national team, but the national team don't play in front of 15,000 every week, and this kind of mentality where that the fans are on your back and they want you to win, and they just push you and push and push. And I think Steph will get used to it, and I think you see an improvement in it today from last week, and hopefully she'll continue the improvement. And again, it's like taking a college sophomore out of college and throwing her into the mix, and that would be difficult, I would say.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, guys.